सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। What is the difference between there's a something you asked, no? It's not working.
What is the difference between virtues and ethics?
So there's virtues, this the 20 virtues, what is referred here. You know? Only this is okay. Working. The virtues given here in the Gita and what is the ethics that we talk about. Generally, when we say ethics, we refer to certain standards we have for ourselves, for the social convenience. So ethics is more to do with the particular society, that particular group of people agreed upon by that particular group may not be applicable in some other time to some other group. That's what we call as ethics. Further deterioration of the ethics is the legal system. So values, compromised ethics, further compromised legal system. That's why the base for the legal system, they say, is law of natural justice. They have the terminology called natural justice. No law can be going against that. When I say law, I meant the legal system. You can't enact a law which is against natural justice. You don't need to be enforcing a law because things are understood. And we maintain certain standard. Why do you maintain that standard? Is violating that standard creates chaos in the society. The transaction of life in the society becomes complex, more difficult. So to avoid that, we streamline it. To streamline, we have certain parameters. Those parameters is what is known as ethics. Code of conduct. Ethics is to do with how you behave. Right? Virtues is how you think, not your behavior. I can have a very good thought of burgling a bank, but I have not burgled a bank so far. Therefore, I am a very ethical person. What is ethics? Ethical person is one who has not burgled a bank yet. Legally correct is what? Not caught. I burgled, but then I'm not caught. You can't catch me. That's legal. As on a travel, I don't want to mention the country name. I'm switching on the TV in the morning. To so bored in the house alone. So what to do? I said, okay, switch on the TV so we'll see news. Switching on the news. The first news I'm seeing there is the Parliament has enacted a new law that people can grow, what is that? Weed,
Cannabis.
cannabis, cannabis, from which they make the drugs. You can grow backyard. I didn't understand first. So this, I've heard about this somewhere. Then I paid little more attention. Then I realized, what is this? It's made legal now. Why? Drinking is legal. Is it ethical? Is it wrong to drink? Have you ever realized when do you ask that quick question? Who asked this question? To whom this question is asked? Is it wrong to do this? All of you must have heard this quick question, no? Hmm? What is the scene? Who asks? To whom it is asked?
Someone who doesn't agree with that, doesn't want to do it, will ask.
One who brings ask the other person who's endorsement
Endorsement of what?
of his drink.
Is it wrong to do? Is it wrong to drink? What is the answer? Oh, just because a person drinks, he is bad, huh? Correct? In the 80s, we are asking these questions, right? The 80s, this question is asked. Because pre-80s, 70s, if a person have to drink, invariably that the liquor shop will be outside the village. They will not come into the village. And invariably they'll be hiding behind the tree and drinking. Because the moment somebody sees him drinking, straight away branded as what? Bad. So who started asking this quick question? Is it wrong to drink? Just because somebody drinks, he is a bad person. Who asks? The one who wants to drink. Yeah. Obviously, the answer is going to be what? Because drinking has got nothing to do with your character, no? This is different, that's different. This is gross, that is subtle. So, anytime you ask the question, you're only asking the question of what? Don't ask me to be disciplined. Any discipline you try to bring into me, I will. All questioning, if you see carefully in your life, you would have ever asked, is challenging the discipline that is imposed. Externally disciplining. That's called ethics. Values, virtues, the qualities that is discussed here is not externally imposing. You voluntarily take it up to practice certain standards, to live with certain standards. It's a world of difference between the two. Ethics is external. These values are internal. Ethics is to do with conduct. Values is to do with character. Ethics is social convenience. Values a spiritual necessity. Enough or you want more? Ethics can be negotiated. It's a question of price. Values cannot be negotiated. That's why they say power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Power doesn't corrupt a person, remember. Power only exposes the corruptibility of you. That's about it. It's not that power will corrupt a person. You can, if you are non-corruptible, you can have any amount of power, nothing will happen. You will never abuse it. You cannot be corrupted. But by nature, you have the weakness for corruption. It's a question of price. That's about it. If someone comes and says, I'll give you 50 rupees, I'll say, get lost. What do you think of me? Yeah, I'm a beggar or what? Another one is opportunity. It's just a question of opportunity and price. Ethics will get compromised. Values, even if you have an opportunity, nothing. It doesn't make any difference. Any amount of price offered, like Satan tempted Christ. Thrice he tempted Christ. He said, get thee behind. Lord Yama tempted, same temptation given by Lord Yama to that young boy, Nachiketas. I'll give you this, I'll give you that. But don't ask that Brahma Vidya, it's a waste of time. Don't waste your time attending Gita class. Waste. Might as well do something better. The fellow said, what? Keep yourself. Keep it to yourself. I am not interested. Same way Christ said, get thee behind. Get thee behind means you follow me. That's what it means. Come behind me. I will offer you something far, far better than what you're offering to me. This temptations. You'll be tempted. If you are an ethical person, there's a very good chance of you falling. So far, if you have not fallen from certain norms, if the society can penalize you, punish you for breaking the norms, that's called a law, legal system. Ethical standards cannot be penalized. Society cannot punish you for that. People around you cannot put you in jail. You are unethical. Therefore, we are going to put you in. There's no such thing. But when it comes to values, it's taken up by you for a particular reason, whatever reason it is. And there can be only one reason for that, that is a spiritual necessity. You take up certain things for your spiritual necessity, then it becomes virtue, value. Otherwise, it is just a question of convenience. Convenience means what? Opportunity and price. That's all it is. So if you have to develop these virtues, first requirement is you must have the knowledge of the virtue. Number one. Number two, knowledge itself will not develop that virtue in you. Remember. Knowledge will teach, but it will not bring the change in you. You have to make a conscious effort. You got to work on that consciously to develop it. In that conscious effort, first requirement is to understand what that virtue is and what is the value of the virtue. The answers you put it across beautifully. A value of a value you have to understand. If you do not understand the value of the value ceases to be the value. It took me, 2 days to mug it up. Beautiful statement of this. A value is a value only when you understand the value of the value. Otherwise, the value ceases to be a value. So this virtues, this value must understand. What is the meaning of understanding the value of it? Is to know what is the prayojana. What is the use of it? By possessing that, what you are going to gain. By possessing that, what you are going to lose. Similarly, you also have to understand what is the loss of not possessing it and what is the gain of possessing it. This is the base. Right? After getting this base, whenever we are going to start, hope we'll start today. Right? We start the discussions. Every value we are going to be studying here, you have to immediately go back to these two aspects first. Right? What is the value or what is the artha, prayojana, artha darshanam, prayojana darshanam, and dosha darshanam. What is the defect? What is the loss? And not possessing that value, you have a gain. Remember. Now, all of us understand the negative values benefit more than the positive values benefit. You understand the value addition of lying more than speaking the truth. That's how you can lie easily. Some of us today have started, boasting. There's a game they play, lie detector. I'll make 4 statements. In that one statement is false. You got to figure out. But you are a CA or what? Huh? Because today we have become so deceptive in the sense it is so natural for us to lie. And we boast also. No one can detect, my lies. And it's some great quality we think. Now your conscious effort next step of your conscious effort has to be keep the association of people who are also possessing that quality that you wanted to develop in you, or those who are striving to develop. Like if you want to get fit, then you have to keep the company of people who are conscious of fitness, right? Don't go and sit near a sadhu, sannyasi. You see, sannyasi is not your good company. Sannyasi is dursang for you then. It's not satsang for you. He's a dursang. Why? Sannyasi will not care about, okay, by you becoming fit, what is going to happen? Okay, now you are so fit. What are you going to do? Hmm? So that right through my life I can enjoy chocolate. So finally, your fitness is only for what? Or avoid hospital bill. A lot of people say, you know how I want to die. I should keep working, working, working. I go to sleep. Next day morning, I should not wake up. Take sleeping pill and sleep. Finished. Nothing will happen. I'm not there was a cult who did that actually. Mass suicide. Japan, la?
Japan, yeah.
Japan, no? Yeah. Mass suicide. The fellow convinced. Amazing fellow. He's one of my idol. Look at the power of that man to convince 2,000 people to assemble and commit suicide. He's slightly better than Vivekananda. Vivekananda said, "Give me 100, I'll change the world." This guy had 2,000 people who are willing to give their life. Hmm? Yes. I don't know how many of you will do. I'm calling you to live life better. Nobody is coming. No? That fellow called people to commit suicide. 2,000 fellows assembled. And for the lectures, you have to call people and say, "Please come." And no, why should I come? I say, they are inviting you to attend a lecture so that you can make your life better. Uh-huh. You'll come only if you say, die. I'm not promoting, please. This is madness. Now, if you have this goal to develop a particular quality, then identify people who possess that quality or those who are also striving to develop that quality. That association alone will become satsang for you. When you are doing business, don't join an NGO because either you will lose your business or you will convert that NGO into another business module. That's a charitable organization. A charitable organization should not work with the motto of profit. Business is supposed to be run with the motive of profit. So confused today people are. We are expecting the corporates to function like a charitable institution, and the charitable institutions are all functioning like corporate world now. Weird. The NGO, see, payments. I have of my colleague sent to me. You know how much they pay for these guys? Salary. See, from where they get that money to pay salary to these people? Showing his profile. No. They show the pictures of the kids suffering, the fellows, not illiterates, some aboriginal in Africa, something and all they'll show. So the fellow who is giving money to whom? For whom he is giving? For that fellow is giving. Rajiv Gandhi, made a statement here in India. Yeah? Every rupee that is allotted by the government, about 90 paise goes for administrative cost. Only 10 paise, correct, sir? CA. Correct, no? What are we doing? Government job is God's job. Government work is God's work. God can never be seen. Invisible. Same is the government employee also invisible. What are we doing? If you are doing business, associate with business people. If you are doing charity, then associate with charitable people. If you are a businessman, don't associate with the renunciate. You can stand at a distance and get inspired. One day I would love to be like him. At best, don't have association. A grihastha should not be in association with the sannyasi. Not allowed. Maximum what that sannyasi will entertain is he will allow you to do one pranams. He will give one ashirvad and say, get out. It's a dursan for the sannyasi, it's a dursan for the businessman also, for the samsari also. For a grihastha also it is dursan, for sannyasi also it is dursan. So if you have to develop that quality, you have to do the step. Next step is to work towards developing what we call as the satsanga. Right, third point. Then one more effort you can do, which is my grandma's formula. Unless you do your evening Sandhya Vandanam, no dinner. Late also you can do, that's okay. I forgot I was playing, I forgot the time. I come late, 7 o'clock, I come back. Doesn't matter. Have a shower, quickly do. Or even if you don't take shower, it's okay. Doesn't matter. Sandhya Vandanam is the only ritual which we do, which is allowed without taking bath. You don't have to take bath, you know that. The morning Sandhya Vandanam or evening Sandhya, both, you don't have to take bath. They say at least then do no. Still we say no. What to do then, sir? Have a specific punishment. Danda. Have one danda. If I don't exercise, no food. No walking. If I don't go for a walk one day, no food. It's a very gross thing to do, but it works. That effort. This is what in tradition they call it as prayashchitta karma. Prayashchitta. For a mistake you do, some parihara. How do you do that, sir? The best form is you fix to yourself what is the punishment. Make it more little creative. Don't take it literally. Okay, from tomorrow I'm not going to eat. That is my grandmother's style. You have to apply yourself and figure out what you can do. What is the prashita for that? So this can give you a good understanding. Of course, there are a few other things also you can do, but this four is the base. Then for each quality, we will keep exploring and understanding how you can develop it, what you can do, what it is. So the whole thing will be moving in this direction. And when I'm explaining, I'll try to touch upon what that quality is. Then perhaps we can touch upon the Artha Darshana or Dosha Darshana. One of them we'll see, or both. The other two is purely your effort. I can't do anything about it. That satsanga and danda is yours. I can't do anything. So we'll give the knowledge of that quality. Then what is the value addition? Having it, or what is the loss of not having it, or we'll touch upon the effort of yours. These are the 4 points I can do. I mean the 3 points. Jnanam, value addition, and what is the loss of not having it. Then identifying that relevant satsang and defining what danda is your choice. Now I can't do anything there. Those two you have to work on. Right? Now we'll go to the verses. Verse number 8.
Amanitvamadam vitvam
Ahimsa kshanti Acharyopasanam shaucham Sthairyam vinigraha
Amanitvamadam vitvam
Ahimsa kshanti
Acharyopasanam shaucham
Sthairyam vinigraha. Humility, unpretentiousness, harmlessness, forgiveness, uprightness, service of the preceptor, purity, steadfastness, self-control. 9 virtues he gives, one verse. If you had to do each quality, it needs one class. So one verse will take 9 class. That will be too much. Fascinating one. Amanitva. As I told you earlier, these qualities will be defined in 2 ways. Certain qualities to be acquired, certain qualities to be renounced, deleted, added, deleted, what you should not possess. The first quality he gives is amanitvam. Manitvam, amanitvam. Manitvam means pride. Amanitvam is no pride. That is translated as humility. Amanitvam is humility. Your ability to surrender. So for that, first you need to understand what is manito. Now, manito means pride. What is that pride, sir? Pride means an exaggerated opinion about yourself in the positive way or in the negative way. Remember, either case it is exaggerated opinion. Whenever you have an exaggerated opinion about yourself, you are having pride. So, non pride, humility means what? No exaggerated opinion about oneself. You don't have that. The moment you have this exaggerated opinion, what is the consequence of that? First thing, you will expect, you start demanding respect from others. You know who I am? Medical people, you should not call them Mr. or Mrs. You got to call them doctor. Those who have, PhD also should be called as doctor. If you don't, call them as doctor when you are introducing them or anything, they'll get annoyed. What? Mr. means what? Call me doctor. Pride. You're possessing something and you have an exaggerated opinion about whatever you possess. So there is a demand of respect from people around. I demand it. I expect that from people. And will anyone respect? Nobody will respect the other person. Remember this. If at all you appear to be respecting, it is not because of the respect, because they have something to get from you. So we respect you. Why? You will respect me only if you believe that I can teach you. You can learn something from me. The day you start believing that I have nothing to learn from him, what happens to the respect? Hmm? It's amazing. Respect. So when you are respecting or not respecting, what am I supposed to understand? When there is respect from the world, the respect is not because of I am respectable. It is most of the time it is to do with what? There is something you can get from me. That can be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You may get this, you may get that. Something you have to get. If there is nothing you can get from that person, can you respect? That's almost impossible. That is possible only in one relationship. It's not possible in any other relationship in the world. That's why that one relationship is kept aside. All other relationships in the world, and this relationship is different. A relationship between a guru and a sishya. Because what sishya wants, guru cannot give. And the sishya knows that. It's not that he doesn't know it. He knows. He is not going to give me. And guru doesn't require anything from the sishya. Right? But there is a tremendous affinity between the two. Tremendous affinity. This equation is an impossibility in any relationship in the world. Superficially, it may appear like certain things. What about friends? What about mother? As long as the child is a infant, all will be there. 3 years later, you see that fellow rolling on the floor in the mall. I want the teddy bear. You see the mother, you will know what do you call as motherliness. Sir. One whack she will give. Yeah. What motherliness? Why? It doesn't mean immediately, the mother who is buying that and giving is a good mother. Impossible in any other relationship. In all relationships, remember. That's why it is such a unique relationship between a guru and a sishya. Because it's nothing. There, a sishya has a respect to the guru. That's totally different. The flavor is completely different. It's like, comparing apple and orange. In orange, there are varieties, grades. Apple, there are grades. But you can never compare apple and orange. They are two different things. Similarly, all the relationships that you can have in the world, put everything one side, Guru Sishya will be standing separately. They will not fit into this. And that cannot be brought, that flavor cannot be brought here. If it is brought, imagine an orange tastes like apple. Means artificial, genetically modified. Then it is not orange anymore, it is apple. So, same way, all relationships cannot have the respect. All respect that we experience, if at all somebody is respecting you, and you demand respect from the world. Why do you demand respect from the world? In relationships, you see, do you expect love from the other or respect from the other? What do you demand? Love or respect? It is respect is what is demanded more than love. If love is not expressed, not matter, but respect is not there. Most of this, fights, relationships, disharmony, is all because of what? Divorces. It's not because of lack of love. It's not lack of love, remember. If it is lack of love, post divorce, you should not get into depression. Post divorce, you should be celebrating life. Post divorce, people get into depression. Why? They're missing. What are they missing, sir? So it's not lack of love, remember, it is lack of respect. You demand that respect. The demanding respect is called manitvam. A jnani, or the one who wants to pursue knowledge, first requirement of him is what? Do not demand respect. Not to demand that, not to ask, beg, seek respect from the world. That is called amanitvam. Yes.
What Shishya wants, Guru cannot give. What do you mean?
What Sishya wants? He doesn't want knowledge. With knowledge, what is he going to do?
Wisdom.
He needs realization, not knowledge. Knowledge, now you can go to a teacher. Why do you have to go to a guru? You don't need a guru for that. Tutor is enough. Tutor will give knowledge. You can come to my class. I will give knowledge. Anybody can give. Why you need to come class? You don't have to come to class also. Sit at home, watch YouTube. You'll get all the information. All knowledge you can get. Why, I don't know why you people come and waste your time and waste my time also. This is one of my friend, he has done. In the Zoom sessions, his condition, you should not switch on your TV, camera. If you switch on your camera, he will throw you out of the class. And he will also not switch on his radio. I said, you have become a radio jockey, man. Because only a radio jockey can sit in the room and keep on talking when nobody is there. They're all becoming like what? They're all becoming like radio jockeys now. If people are there, we get put out. If no one is there, best will come out. What is that? Knowledge, if you want, you can get from many sources. Books are there. YouTube is there. Google is there. Much better. More information. But if you want realization, you have to go to a guru. But is guru going to grant the realization to you? No. It's not that the Shishya believes guru is going to give. Is not so naive, remember. Shishya is not a naive personality. A devotee can be a naive personality. A Shishya, a disciple can never be a naive one. He is very sharp. He has all the knowledge. But then you wonder, then when he knows clearly that what he wants, which is realization, which is not going to come from this person, he is not going to be the cause of it, then why hang around? It's madness, no? You want to get the contract signed, but you are hanging around whom? Bartender. In a bar, you are hanging around that fellow. Now, how will you get the contract? You have to go to whoever is sanctioning the tender. Go and meet that person. Talk to them. Develop a friendship. Do this, do that. That is what you are supposed to do. If you want that. Knowing fully well this guy is not going to give, but still you hang around him as though he is the one who is going to grant it. Give it to you. What sort of a personality is that? That respect is authentic. Rest are all bestowed by the world is just artificial, inorganic, plastic.
Does he handle on because the guru will correct him?
What corrections is going to? Corrections is all very, very preliminary stage. All preliminary stage over. Now there is nothing to correct. Just have to keep going, keep going, keep going. Now what is he going to do? For what he is hanging around? Corrections means still training is going on. There's no more training. Training and all over. And for all practical purpose, you cannot see the difference between the wisdom position of a Shishya and a Guru. It's like Swamiji saying, you are 1,000 rupees short of a million. What are you? You are not a millionaire because 1,000 rupees short. But still, can you see the difference? Can't see. For all purpose, you cannot see the difference. Whatever is there with that guru is there with that Shishya also. But still, the Shishya is not there. Who knows that? Only the Guru and Shishya knows it. The world will never know it. World will think, both are same. Exactly like 1,000 rupees short. 1,000 rupees short of a crore. What are you? Are you a crorepati or not? You can't see the any difference. 1,000 rupees is 1,000 rupees. But still, the fact remains is what? You are short. That is a Shishya. That stage he will have respect. Then you have one step higher respect. A guru has a respect towards his guru. You can never understand that. Almost impossible. At least Shishya also you can somehow vague possibility is there. Vaguely you can understand. A guru having a respect towards his guru. When I say his guru, you got to put it in slash her guru also. Their guru. Tremendous respect is there. For all purpose, they are equal now. He is also a Brahmagyani, he is also a Brahmagyani. Between two Brahmagyanis, what is there to respect one? There's nothing to respect or to be disrespectful. There is neither respectfulness there possibility nor a disrespectfulness possibility between equals. And both have transcended all that, but still he carries something. That's authentic. Rest are all what? Demanding respect. Why do you want respect? Because of this manito. You need that. And you know what is so interesting about this manito? This demanding respect. More and more the world starts respecting you. More and more you start feeling that you are a respectable person. Right? And more you start feeling you are a respectable person, more and more you become dependent on their to give certificate to you. Now the question is, who should certify whom? The higher should give a certificate to the lower, or the lower should give the certificate to the higher. Teacher should say the student passed, or the student should say teacher passed. Hmm? Who should take? Who should do to whom? So confusing. No? Now today what's happening is the student is giving certificate to the teacher. And the most interesting part is the teacher is so excited that the student is giving certificate. An illiterate is giving a certificate to you that you are illiterate. You are a wise man. The one who has no knowledge of science says, wow, you are a great scientist. And they call me to confer an award. Nobel Prize. Nobel Prize, you know. I'm not saying all they are illiterate. Okay. Who is going to give certificate? Now, when you are demanding respect from the world, what are you doing actually is you can demand respect only from low to high, because respect is always possible from low to high. High to low respect is not a possibility, remember. That's why it looks so ugly. When you start addressing your child in a respectful manner, how does it look? It's ugly. You are not understanding that. You are in a higher position. Is this the way? Now in English, we don't have that. In Indian languages, we have. You know, आप is a tu, tum. There's a difference, no? आप कैसे हैं? Is different from तुम कैसे हो तुम? There's a difference. In English, we know how are you? How are you? The same for everybody there. Now we see this, people giving interviews. One actor, senior, and he's talking about his son. அவர் என்ன பண்ண போறாரு தெரியல. அவர்கிட்ட தான் கேட்கணும். The interviewer can go and talk to that fellow in a respectable manner. Now, why should I talk about him in a respectable manner? I'm not saying immediately you have to talk in a disrespectful way. You don't have to say Adu. Adu is, Akarinano. Object. Inert. Insentient. Insentient things will be referred as Adu. It's a sentient being, so you say Avan. In a respectable manner, you have to talk about the sentient thing, you say Avar. Same in Kannada also, no? Same thing. Indian languages have the difference because we know there are different things. English, they are dumb fellows. They can't see the difference. See, there's a subtle differences there. To call someone as your own son, to say Avan, and to say Avar. The higher talking respectful to the lower is just a show. Ethics, ugly. The lower talking respectful about the higher is beautiful. From here to there it is beautiful. From there to here it is ugly. So when you are expecting the world to pay respect to you, that means according to you the world is what? Lower. Only then you can expect respect from them. After putting them lower, you have to ask this question, Avanyanam. Should I get certificate from someone who is higher than me or lower than me? Who should certify me? Someone higher, no? Now, the moment I say somebody is higher than me, is there a possibility of respect from the higher to lower? See, from higher to lower, love is possible. Affection is possible. Respect is not possible. Respect is possible only from low to high. From here to there, respect. From there to here, love. That's what we call as devotion. Devotion and love are one and the same. Only direction varies. When the lower showers affection towards the higher, that's called devotion. When the higher showers affection towards the lower, that is called love. That's why you say, I love my dog. So far, I have not heard anyone saying, I am devoted to my dog. I love my car. I am devoted to my car. Nah, nothing can be done. Try next Janma. Manito. is the base is exaggerated opinion. And the source of Manitvam is what? Is always you possessing something. You have something, you possess something which others don't have in your circle. Right? In your circle, they don't have. Suddenly I saw a person here, they bought a car, Mercedes Benz. I said, what Mercedes Benz? No, no. When you go to our village, no, we are the first one to have, in our entire village, we are the first one to have Mercedes. When I bought Honda City, that fellow got, Skoda. What is the big difference? Skoda and Honda City, no big difference. Okay, it is also a different car, but same level. But the first one to have Mercedes. I don't know how many of you have experienced the first one. I had experience. We were the first one in our street to get TV, black and white, Solitaire. How many of you know the brand? You know, there was a brand called Solitaire we had. You've never heard of no? Dinora. Solitaire and Dinora were the big, brands. And our house is the only house. And we used to watch cricket match. Visual will be from TV, commentary will be from radio. Because only Tamil commentary is available only in all India radio. You don't get that in English commentary. We can't understand because nobody knows English in the house. Now what to do? We'll watch TV. Watch the match there, and listen to radio commentary. Amazing news. Entire street, all my friends, nobody had TV in their houses. So every Sunday evening, 5:30, there will be a movie. My God. Sunday means, the show off I used to have. Anything I ask, those guys will do. Otherwise, only thing I have to say is, Varuvella, evening. Finished. My God, what a kick, I tell you. It's a tremendous kick. When you possess something which is not there with others. That is the root cause of your Manitvam. And the beauty is, every one of us have been provided with some special thing and center. Everyone in the world. I don't know how that fellow manages to create something like that. There's something with everybody. There's not a single exception. You just have to search for it and figure out what is it. But everyone, every human being is provided with a particular talent, unique to that personality. The creator must be really creative. Otherwise, impossible to create. What amount of creativity needed, for that? All of us have nose in the same place. Yeah? All of us have ears in the same place. But no two ears same. In that person, 2 ears are same. I don't know how they manages to create. Imagine, for somebody nose will be here, somebody nose is there, somebody's nose here. Now, creativity is very easy. Then it is Apple. Whether the camera is going to be this side or camera going to be that side, or is going to be square or is going to be round, or that's all it is. Then you have options. put it here, put it there, that and all that. But to have everything same place and no two same. What a creativity. Wow. Amazing that is. Every one of us have the talent. And the tragedy is the moment you recognize the talent, immediately Manito comes. What is this? You instantly want others to acknowledge that special what you have. That craving, that demand is called Manito. And that special is what is making you different from others. That is what is making you believe you are superior to others. That's all. That superiority comes from there. Mountain and the squirrel. Amanitvam. Put within brackets. Mountain and the squirrel. Point. Talents differ. All is well and wisely put. If I cannot carry forests on my back, neither can you crack a nut. Emerson. What a beautiful poem. It's amazing one. No matter what the topic of seminar is, every seminar handouts will carry this poem. It is stress management or productivity or leadership, time management, work ethics, this any topic which he discusses, he always presents this poetry. Why? Because the moment you recognize the talent, you slip into superiority complex. Till you have not recognized it, you are inferiority complex. You never find a human being with no complex. Either you suffer from it's exactly like either kidney failure or liver packed up. Only two sets of human beings are existing in the society: brain dead or heart failure. How can you live in that society? It's that's what is psychologically. Psychologically, what is the conditions? Why? You have a talent. The moment you recognize it, you slip into superiority. Till you have not recognized it, you are in inferiority. Why all this? This is Amanito. Okay. This is knowledge of Amanito. Okay. Now we will touch on what is the prayatna. If you have to develop Amanito, what sort of effort that you have to put in? What is needed from your side? The first requirement is what? Anything that you possess, you have to understand the consequence of that. The side effect of all that you possess is anityam. If you claim that you have an impeccable memory, wait, wait till 65, you will know. Sharp eyes. Any fault, I can pinpoint. I have a sharp eyes. I'm very strong. You know that man who had the Guinness record of doing the deadlift. Now, what is his condition now? People have to lift him. He can't walk. The man who lifted 350 kg, you must see his picture. Look at his thighs, like what muscle man. We never knew there are muscles in those areas actually. Defined. Amazing. But what is his condition now? It's gone. Arjuna, who is a Savyasachi, who had the tremendous, the only warrior, entire lifetime, never lost a battle. Not even Krishna. Arjuna is the only warrior who never lost. Even when Lord Shiva came and shot along with Arjuna, both the arrows struck. Then it was just a fight between the two, claiming whose arrows struck first. Fascinating to see. Arjuna never. Then suddenly Krishna calls Arjuna, calls him and says, look here, from today to the third day, entire Dwaraka is going to be submerged in the ocean. Therefore, take away the ladies and kids, women and children. I am leaving them to your. Take care of them. Why